Oh, hi. Welcome to Medium for Mediocrity, my second channel here on YouTube. I just wanted to take a moment to introduce myself and my lovely wife. It's my wife Tana, as in Santana. Say hi. As in Santana. Sans the sand. That's what I always say. I want to start off... Oh, I unclosed it. That wasn't smart. I want to start off by reading an introduction that I use for my college. Let you know a little bit more about me and my wife. The video? No. She asked me if this was for my school. No. No, that would be me. Logging into my school at the moment so I can pull up my introduction. I use this for each class. It says Introductions. Hello everyone. My name is Timothy Wayne Hill Sr. I was born July 22nd, 1982, which makes me 29 years old. I'm married with 2 beautiful children. Since this is an autobiography, I really wanted to take this opportunity to make an effort to let you know as much about me as I can. So I apologize for its length. I was born in Mesquite, Texas, lived there for a short period of time, and moved to Box Springs, Texas, which is a neighboring city. I am the third of 4 children. My brother, James Scott, is the oldest and is 4 years older than myself. My older sister, April Jean, is only 3 years older than me. And my little sister, Tara Ann, is 21 days shy of being a full year younger than I am. I would have to say that me and my little sister are probably the closest of us 4. When I was 4 years old, my father passed away. He was only 32. A blood clot that had formed in his leg had broken free and traveled to his heart. After he passed away, this part is hard for me to read. I want to apologize to anyone who reads it and becomes offended. It's not meant to be offensive. It's meant to be informative. It's also not meant to place blame or negate blame or anything. It's just written strictly from my heart and my mind. After he passed away, his side of the family practically abandoned us. My mom was left to struggle with us kids alone. Luckily, my mother's family is large. She has 6 brothers and 1 sister. So we had a lot of help from family. My father's death was very traumatic for me. I was so little that it was hard to understand. I have memories, but not many. I remember the funeral the most, and clearly. That can do a lot of damage to a small mind. And since my father's family had left us to our own devices, it was that much more devastating. In a lot of ways, I never knew my father. It is especially painful, and it is deep at the root of every decision I have ever made. Because of that loss of so much family, I grew to strongly embrace the family I did have. I was a very quiet child. I never wanted to get close to anyone because every new relationship was a potential for abandonment. That lasted even after my mom remarried in 1990. Excuse me, I can read. What's bad is this is me, and I'm having to read it, and I know the story better than the words on the screen do, and I'm not reading it correctly. I wrote it. This lasted even after my mom remarried in 1988 and we moved to Rockwall, Texas. I spent all kindergarten in Rockwall. See, this is where I'm reading it and not paying attention to what I'm saying.
Relax.
Relax.
So all you need to do is relax.
Relax and just be natural. Be cool, man.
Your eyes are getting ahead of your brain.
My brain is, yeah. My brain is, but my eyes are supposed to be ahead of my brain. See, that's the way God designed it. I spent all but kindergarten in Rockwall schools. I was going to go more in depth about my schooling, but I was going to go more in depth about my schooling here, but the computer froze up and it had to be rebooted. If you'd like to know more about my school experience, feel free to ask. Literally, that's there in parentheses. I stayed locked inside my own protective shell until high school. When I graduated in 2000, I had planned on joining the Marines. However, standing at 5'9"-ish, I don't even know how tall I am anymore. Standing at 5'9" and weighing 210 pounds, boy, those were the good old days, put me over the weight limit. We'll not pan the camera down, but yeah, 210 is pretty light. I had really tried hard to lose the weight that summer, but neither gained or lost a single pound. Sorry for yawning. Alright, single pound. There it is. So that never did pan out. In a way, I think it was for the best. Because of my hard past, I think I would have been vulnerable. My best friend went into the Navy in 2001. And, sorry. My best friend went into the Navy in 2001, and when he came out, I'm not going to read this exactly because this is just, I don't want to put too much out there. When he came out, he was not the same. That's what I'm going to say. He was always the stronger one in our group, and he was really against a lot of the things that that he became. Trying to reword my words here. And he was really against all of the things that began to control him. Excuse me. So when I saw how it could break him in the Navy, I just think maybe God didn't want me to be a Marine. Thinking back, I only wanted it because it would make me even more independent, thus keeping me from needing anyone else or being hurt by them. This is a good part. It says updated information. I found out last year that my dad had a brother. I say found out because he was never spoken of often enough for me to make a connection as to who he was. After learning of his existence, I found that I could remember instances where he had been mentioned. I found all this out because he got sick. I was too angry to learn that my dad had a brother. I was too angry. I want to make sure. I know I wrote this right, but it doesn't read properly till you get to the end of the sentence. I was too angry to learn that my dad had a brother who cared so little for my family. Sorry. I was too angry to learn that my dad had a brother who cared so little for family that he abandoned his brother's children in the time of greatest need that I didn't care to speak to him. My feelings about the man have not changed much. I always refer to him as my dad's brother, and I am training myself to never use the word uncle. I did not wish him any ill or anything. I was just hurt too deeply. He passed away at the end of July this year. And it's weird how the circle of life works. Because of his death, I now have contact with so many relatives. It's like a whole world opened up. Sad that the loss of one brother can close a door that only the loss of another brother can open. But I am working on rebuilding the connections with these long-lost relatives. In November, which is this month, November 9th of this month, of this year, November 9th of this month. That made a lot of sense.
Okay.
November 9th of this month, not November 9th of next month.
Okay, we get the whole point of the November
different,
9th thing.
completely different November of this year will make 25 years that my dad's been gone. I didn't go to college because I thought I could take the reins myself and make life what I wanted it to be. Oh, to be that young and dumb again. Those were the good old days. I did try from time to time to see about going, but the process was always seemed so overwhelming that I would quit before I ever began. I met my 24-year-old wife 5 years ago. Her name is Tana Ray.
I've heard me too since I've been with her.
It says in parentheses, Tana as in Santana. She gets called Tanya a lot. I met her at my church in Rockwall, Bethel Baptist, which is the church where my mom married my stepdad. We got married there on June 8th, 2000 what year was that? I'm just kidding. 2008.
I don't pay anything.
On October 19th, 2009, we were blessed with twin boys, Gary Wayne Hill II, named after my father, and Timothy Jr. I am currently working for a company called Covidian, which is a medical devices manufacturer, through the temp agency Teleservices. I'm a machine operator, and I work 3:30 to 11:30, Monday through Friday, and work weekends when they demand it. See what else we got here. My wife stays home with our boys in our little apartment that is less than a mile from my job here in Commerce, Texas. In case you haven't noticed, I don't talk very much. And the shyness I had as a child still completely enraptures me. I am eager to learn and grow throughout the course of my time. Ooh. That says here at Argosy, but this is YouTube. Here at YouTube. But I am also here with the hopes of helping others as much as I can, which is true. Number one goal in life, help others. I'm studying psychology with a concentration in substance abuse. All my life I've watched friends and loved ones destroy their lives with addictive behaviors, and I have always wanted to try to help them. I have always wanted to help. Sorry, I had to leave something out. I have always wanted to help people. I'm a natural listener. Right?
What?
I'm a natural listener.
No, you're not. You're more of a talker.
I think I am good at it because I locked myself away inside my mind for so long growing up. I cannot stop yawning. I decided to finally go to college because when I look in my sonses, I love saying sonses. When I look in my sonses,
If it wasn't for my mom giving him the...
when I look in my sonses' eyes, I can't help but want the best of everything for them. I get scared sometimes because as I was 4 when my dad died at 32, so will my sons be. When I turn 32, they will turn 4 thereafter. The circle of life can be a very scary thing. So I've gone back to school to provide the life for my children that I know my father wanted to provide for me. I look forward to the challenges I know I will face with these classes, and I hope to tackle them head on and without fear or too much anxiety. Then this is where I go on. This is my big close. I say I hope everyone can work together, because as long as we support each other, then we will all succeed. Good luck to each and every one of you. Let's make all of our collective dreams come true. Alright. Should I yawn again? I should yawn again. I should totally yawn again. Take a drink of some liquid.
That's cute. If you think I'm cute, you should see me on Facebook. Marissa's little girl, the littlest one, I think.
Yeah.
That's the oldest one, I think.
I really don't need this. You can tell I'm a big boy. I got a big red dot on my head here. If I was an Indian, that means I'm married. So, Medium for mediocrity. Sounds like a good name. Now you know who I am. Post in the comments. Tell me a little bit about yourself. Have a great day. Bye-bye.